Introduce our scheme. There's some similarities from last year, but there's going to be some changes as well. We wanted to get that introduced with our players. But most importantly, we wanted to create a tempo, an attitude, a way in which we practice. And I feel good about what we did these first 3 days. And they got a break now for a week, but I'm anxious to get back and get started up again.
Coach, is there any change up with the corners, or like are they boundary and field, or are they right and left?
Yeah.
How do you work that?
Right now, we're basically moving some guys around, finding out what their strengths and weaknesses are, and as we fine-tune things and get closer to our first game, we'll kind of put guys in spots where we feel they can be successful. But right now, we just kind of want to see what their skill set is, and then we'll adjust accordingly.
How much of a feel have you gotten for this personnel and all the different guys so far?
Yeah, I think it's been pretty good so far. We had a few weeks, they were in the weight room, and then we had a few weeks of morning workouts with them, and then these 3 practices. But I'm really excited for next week myself to kind of sit down, and I'm not going to Aruba or anything like that. I'll sit in here and kind of get a chance to go back through the tape and kind of fine-tune and get to know them that much better, so we can kind of get a jump on things when we get back and finish strong this spring.
Was Alan Turner hurt? Did you have a class conflict?
Right now we had some class stuff today, but Coach Bill will talk tomorrow. He'll deal with any injuries from that standpoint. But
how's the meshing of the staff going with you and the other dudes?
I'll tell you what, it's been great. Randy's kind of the elder statesman of our defensive staff. He's been here. He has a great feel for our personnel, and that's been very helpful. Rory's really doing a great job with our guys up front, and I think they made a lot of strides. Really today was when you get a chance to see what guys do up front when they get pads on, and Clay's doing a phenomenal job kind of holding the back end together, and it's exciting for us. Really. Hey, I wish we weren't going on break. I'm excited though to get back at it and crank it up again.
Some of the
Anybody jump out to you?
I'll tell you what. I think it's too early to talk about anybody specifically, but everybody's working hard. That's the most important thing right now. Just excited about our tempo, excited about our attitude. The one thing that they can control is their effort. That's what we ask out of them. Their effort's been phenomenal these first 3 days. So, we got to pick that up where we left off today when we come back after break.
How much pre-evaluation of these guys did you do before heading out to practice?
We wanted to do. I did a little bit just to get a feel for things, but I didn't want to kind of cloud my vision of guys. So I wanted to get kind of a baseline a little bit, but then I kind of wanted to let them, prove to me what they can do. I told everybody they had a clean slate when I first got here, so I didn't want to do too much pre-evaluation.
But some of the rotations where you had different players with different coaches, or what's kind of your theory behind that?
Right now, each drill we have a specific goal, and sometimes there's guys that work with a side of the defense, sometimes there's guys that work with a specific position in the defense, and the players are rotating in and out, so we can kind of find out what they do well and what they don't do well, their strengths and weaknesses. But I thought it's been in a groove these first 3 days, and I think we've gotten what we wanted out of practice so far.
What do you think of the personnel on the back end?
Right now, I tell you what, it's still too early to tell. I like the way they're working. I like their effort. I'll have a lot better feel, not only after this spring, but as we get into fall camp. But I'm excited to work with these guys. They bring a hunger, they bring a desire, they bring a great energy, and that's a great start. And now we just kind of got to refine their skills and get ready to play SEC football.
How did you guys base then, who runs out there with the ones and corners and stuff like that?
If you notice, we've been throwing a lot of different guys out there right now. The depth chart is very fluid at this point in time. And, it's really tough to evaluate guys without pads on, so a little bit of that happened today, and that'll continue to happen throughout the spring.